Hey, Ruby here. I just want to share a quick thought with you regarding one of the major culprits in people's lives when it comes to a lack of progress. And it's very simply the unwillingness to be a beginner. Now, on the surface, this can kind of sound like really silly or dumb because to begin anything, you have to be a beginner, right? Like there's no other way around it. But there's actually, very real cause for concern in people. And it makes sense once you start to unpack it a little bit, right? So unless you're just, for some reason, divinely, or genetically gifted in something where you're just immediately talented, which for the vast majority of people at the vast majority of endeavors will not be the case, then you're going to have to be a beginner. And being a beginner will mean that oftentimes, you're going to look like a fool. You're going to look stupid. You're going to ask dumb questions. You're going to make a mess. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to look like clumsy. You're going to look dumb. You're just going to look like a general idiot. And for many people, that is simply a price too high to pay for them to actually, find the gold on the other side of the rainbow and unlock all the gifts that endeavor has waiting for them. So the reason for this is they have a fragile self-ego. Now, what do I mean by fragile? Well, you've heard the term fragile masculinity, right? And what we're talking about there is if somebody, let's say you got a man who is afraid of wearing a pink shirt because he thinks he'll look like he thinks he'll look gay, so he's never going to wear pink, right? That is a fragile masculinity. And what we mean by that is his grasp over what makes him a man and his awareness and focus over the things that he knows he's a man because of is so tenuous that even the slightest threat, like the color of his shirt, threatens to collapse that entire structure. And so that's a fragile masculinity. So when we're talking about a fragile self-image, we're talking about someone who literally has this construct of themselves in their head that is so delicate that they cannot allow themselves to be a beginner, because then they would be admitting to themselves that they are not faultless, that they are not completely perfect in everything they do, that they actually are capable of making mistakes. And this, my friends, is the reason why they struggle to make meaningful progress in many areas of their life. So to tie up this message, being a beginner is noble. It is a noble undertaking because it is realizing what you don't know. And remember, you can only fill a cup if it's empty, right? You can't learn what you already think you know. Namaste.